Hey guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel. Today I am back with another house building video and we're actually making a starter home. It's been a long time since I did that. And since last week I had made a base game house, I thought it would be fun to do a combined base game and starter together. So this is base game starter. I actually had a lot of fun with this and I tried to put as much detail as possible, but it's a very small home because I didn't want it to be too open. I wanted it to feel like everything was in the place it was meant to be in. I don't know, I just tried to make it cute, and it's green, which is a color I don't typically use on the outside. I don't think I've ever used the green shutters before, so I was kind of excited to do that. And we used, for a lot of the stuff, cheaper options, but there's some things that I went ahead and got better things for, because, you know, I wanted it to be nice. We just had to go back and fix a couple things towards the end, because we were a little over budget. I also, for a while, accidentally used a couple of items from City Living, so we had to go back in and get rid of those. But overall, very happy with it. I think it's adorable. There's really only space for one sim in this house because the bed is up against a wall, but if you want to renovate it, you can probably fit a double... I mean, it is a double bed, but you could probably make it work, or you could have one sim sleep in the living room, or it's just for a single sim. But I think it's a good starter home if you have one sim, moving in, just them. This is perfect if you want to start your gameplay like that. I don't know, I really liked the idea of making a starter home, and I didn't go into it thinking originally, oh, this is going to be a base game. It just kind of happened that way. I realized I was using a lot of base game items, and I was like, I just did a base game house, and it was really fun. So on a smaller scale, having to keep under a budget and only using base game, I thought that'd be nice, and also just more accessible to more people if anyone wanted to download it. They wouldn't have to have so many packs. So if you guys would like to download this, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery if you search Griffy or the hashtag MsGryphi, and of course that info will be in the description down below as well. I also tried to use these lights because they are cheaper, and I don't like the light they show off, so we ended up getting rid of those in the end. And you also saw me placing a bed from City Living in the bedroom because I was like, oh, this is cheap as a bed, perfect. Not thinking, wait a second, that's from City Living. So we ended up getting rid of that in the end. I also put full cabinets in the kitchen because I thought that was really important and I liked how it looked. And yeah, that's actually probably the most expensive room in the house. We have very few things we have to go back and delete afterwards. I think the main thing is I put in City Living doors, and I don't realize that until the rest of the house is complete. So we have to go in and swap those out for doors from base game, which are actually more expensive because the City Living ones are a little run down. So we had to fix that, unfortunately, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I think it came out pretty cute in the end. I think it's a cozy lived-in starter home, which is, you know, nice. It's different because I feel like starter homes are always the bare minimum, and this is, but I feel like we gave it a little bit of personality. Somebody actually lives here. It's not just two pieces of furniture in a giant empty room. And I like that. This is a very narrow living space, but I really like cozy spaces in The Sims. I've talked about this before, that some of my favorite houses to play in and have my Sims play in or live in are ones that are kind of cramped, and they're a little bit more realistic to me when you have smaller spaces. And I know a lot of people prefer to play with really big families and mansions and stuff, and I've never really been like that. Then again, I haven't had my Sims live in too many mansions because I have a thing where I really only like my families to live in houses that I've built on my own, and I'm not about making mansions usually because it's a lot of effort, and I'm like, I don't need this much space. I also don't want to be controlling 8 Sims. I like having between 2 and 6 Sims because I feel like the maximum amount of kids my Sims typically have is 4. It's usually 1 or 2, but sometimes upwards of 4. I mean, I've had more Sim babies than that before, but it's not typical. Anyway, this is the bathroom. I gave them a pretty spacious bathroom. I thought that was nice. Of course, you could make this a little bit smaller, and that would add on to the bedroom space because it definitely doesn't need to be this big, but I liked it. You could also easily put a tub and shower combo in here instead of that shower, and that would work really well. So if you needed to, if you have a baby and you need to do that, so you can bathe your toddler. Granted, they're not going to have their own bedroom because there's not enough space, but if you want to renovate it, you can. So this is the bedroom. Like I said, the bed is shoved up against the wall. We replaced it with a regular bed here, and we're adding some stuff to the walls. I was thinking about doing movie posters at first. I was like, oh, maybe the person that lives here is a movie buff or whatever. But I ended up getting rid of that in the end, and I don't remember what I put above the bed. Pretty sure it's just a painting of some sort, and I don't know, I just tried to make it like cozy, and there's lots of plants because I put lots of plants in all of my builds. We have a nice lamp in here, and yeah, you have to go through the bedroom to get to the bathroom, but I thought for a 1-bedroom house that was entirely like acceptable. That was fine. So hopefully you guys like that. We also added some storage on the wall, a place to hang up some clothing. Thought that would be nice, and also a place to hang up your coat when you walk in. I also tested all of this so you can get into the kitchen. The table and chairs are not in the way. You can access everything even though things are kind of smushed together. And I put off painting the house until the end because I actually forgot. And this is when I'm realizing how limited money is, and I haven't landscaped. So it has very minimal landscaping, but that's to be expected with a base game starter house. I mean, I guess it's to be expected with the starter house in general, because starters, I mean, you only have like 20,000 simoleons. And I'm pretty sure this came under, like, I can't remember the exact amount because it changed a bunch of times because I kept realizing I forgot to fix something. So I know at one point it was like 1991, at one point it was 20,001 simoleon. Like, I'm not sure what the ending amount is, but it should be within your budget for a starter home, so I'm pretty happy with that. We're just fixing up the paintings and stuff in here. Tried to make it a little bit cheaper because those movie posters are actually surprisingly expensive. And here I am swapping out those doors that I didn't realize were from City Living. And I tried to swap out this tree, but I really don't like that tree, so I kept the other one and I just tried to make some other sacrifices. There's no garbage can in the kitchen, but there's one in the bathroom, so we should be good on that front. And we have a garbage out front as well as in the mailbox. And I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time. Like and subscribe if you're new. Bye, everybody.